Hey, give me a J. J, you got your J, you got your J. Give me a loan. Loan, you got your loan, you got your loan. Hey, what's that spell? J loan. All right, y'all, I'm just kidding. Guess what day it is? It's Mortgage Tip Tuesday. And you know what happens on Tuesday? Another Tuesday, another tip with It's Your Girl, hashtag J loan. This week, I'm coming at you with 4 important or critical questions that you should be asking yourself before you call a mortgage loan officer. And these questions are super important because I think it's something that you need to speak with yourself about, and you also need to speak with your significant other. I think it's important to have your goals and what you want in line for your home purchase. Okay, so we're gonna start with just 4 questions. Number 1, what price range are you looking in? This is very important because sometimes the price range that you're looking in and what you have in mind for your monthly payment, they don't match. So I think it's very important for your loan officer to know, hey, have you been looking at some homes? And if you have, what range of home is the style that you believe that you like for your family? Okay, which brings me to question number 2. Number 2 is, what is your comfortable mortgage payment? Now, I always like to ask that question, and to say, what is the max amount that you're comfortable paying that doesn't stress your family out? As well as if there's only one borrower, then it's not this question, but if there's 2, if one were to lose their job, what mortgage price would the other borrower be able to handle on their own without stressing the family out? That's very important, but it brings me back to question number 1. I always get, well, what is your max comfortable payment? Well, I want to pay $1,000 a month. Okay, great. What price range have you been looking at? Oh, I've been looking at homes in the $275,000 range. Well, it tells me right away, I'm not a person that's going to hate on your dreams or try to push them out the way, but I do want to set realistic expectations of what a $275,000 home may give you as far as your monthly payment, and then help you to realize, are those 2 going to match? Is your price range and your payment wants going to match what your goals are? Number 3 is, how much money do you have to invest? And I ask this as a 2-part question, not only how much do you have, but of that money, how much of it do you want to invest? Now, of course, naturally, you'll get the funny client that says, well, I have $15,000, but I don't want to pay anything. That sounds great. That's pretty funny, but that's not realistic either. So I ask it in a 2-part. Hey, I see you have X amount of dollars in there. What's the max comfortable that you would feel good about investing in this purchase? Because there's costs that come after you purchase a home. Now you got to furnish a new home, and there's costs that come with maybe repainting, making the home your own. And so if you exhaust all of your funds, I don't want to make that assumption that that's what you want to do. And it helps us as loan officers to guide what programs, what interest rates to offer, because we all want low interest rates. But if you only have a certain amount of money to offer towards your purchase, you may look at a lender helping you with your closing costs, and that results in a higher interest rate, but it also leaves some of your cash to close in your bank account. So us knowing this information up front is very, very important, so that we can help guide your steps. And then the number 4 question that I ask is, how long are you planning to live in this home? I always get, well, what do you think? Well, in asking certain questions, well, if you know moving into your home that you plan on living there for 3 years or 5 years, and then you're asking me, should you pay PMI or should you put 20% down? It's hard for me to answer these questions unless I really know your timeline. And I say going into the home, because life changes And although we may think that we want to stay in a home for 10 years or 5 years, our lives may change, circumstances may change, jobs may change, locations may change, our lives change. And although our intention was to stay in there long term, we may be moving. So we're going to make a decision based on what you're planning to do today. Okay, so again, it's very important for you to know these questions. So number one, again, just to go over it real quick, is what price range are you looking in? Number two, how much are you comfortable spending per month on your housing, on your mortgage payment? Number three, how much money do you want to invest? And I forgot to add to there, where would that money come from? A lender needs to know. Is it in a safe? Is it under your bed? Is that coming from a gift? Where is it coming from? Because whether you may realize that as a borrower, on the lender side, where it comes from does affect sometimes whether you get approved for a loan, because it's called a layer of risk. If it's all in savings, then that's less of a risk. If it's coming from a family member, if it's coming from a grant, it all causes layers of risk, and that's how your approval is made. So it's important to know every dollar where that is coming from. And then number four, how long do you plan to live in the home? You need to know that going into your loan. Those are the top four. There's more that I ask, but those are the top four questions that I ask every client who calls in, because I want to know what your goals are, where you plan to see yourself, how much money you have to invest, what you're paying rent now, and how that's going to transfer into what you're going to pay for a mortgage, and helping you to break down that payment to understand it all. It's your girl, #JLoan, and it's Tuesday, and I'm always excited to talk to you on a Tuesday. Yes, I have energy like this all the time, but more so because I love you guys, and I want to provide you with information, educational information about the mortgage process, so that when you or your family or your friends or your clients go to purchase a home, they understand the complete process. As always, if you have something that you want me to speak of and you don't know, or I haven't done a video on it, one, go check out my YouTube. I have tons of videos on there, and I may have already covered that topic. But if I haven't, please feel free to inbox me. Let me know the topic, and I'll make sure that in the coming weeks, that video will be done for you. So again, don't just like it. Drop a comment in if this information was helpful, and share this, because maybe you already know, but someone you know needs to see this information. And who better to get it from than it's your girl, #JLoan. So until next Tuesday, I'm signing off. As always, I want you to stay healthy. I want you to stay safe. And as always, be blessed. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.